Crossed River and the Girl Who Walked Alone. In the kingdom of Nshira, where golden fields stretched to the horizon and the skies kissed the mountains, a girl named Ife was born. Ife's mother, Adawa, was a healer, and her father, Kwabina, was a fisherman, but neither had much wealth. Their home stood on the edge of the Great River Ofa, a vast and powerful river that cut through the heart of Nshira. But the people did not see the river as a blessing. They feared it. No one drank from it. No one bathed in it. No one dared cross it after dark. The elders said the river was cursed, its waters haunted by spirits of the past. Long ago, the river swallowed an entire village in a single night, they whispered. It takes what it wants. Every year, the people of Nshira left offerings at the riverbank, gold, yams, and even cattle, to appease the restless spirits. And every year, the river took a life anyway. Some said it was bad luck. Others said the river was hungry. But Ife, sharp-eyed and restless, did not believe in curses. A river is just water, she told her mother one evening. And the lion is just a cat, Adawa replied, until it sinks its teeth into your neck. Ife had always been different from the other girls in the village. While they learned to weave baskets and prepare food, she spent her days by the river, watching the way it moved, the way the light danced on its surface. She saw beauty where others saw danger, and she wanted to understand it. The villagers scolded her. "You are playing with death," they warned. "The river will take you one day." Ife only laughed. The river is only feared because no one dares to know it. But she did not laugh when the day of the sacrifice came. The village gathered at the river's edge, their faces solemn. This year, the chosen offering was a girl, Maya, the chief's youngest daughter. She stood trembling in a white cloth, her wrist bound with silk. "It must be done," the elders murmured. "The river has taken for generations, and we cannot anger it." Ife's stomach churned. The thought of surrendering a child to the water made her blood burn. She turned to the people around her. "Are we truly so powerless?" she asked. But they would not meet her gaze. Ife clenched her fist. If no one else would question the river, then she would. That night, while the village slept, she took her father's old boat and pushed it into the dark waters of Ofa. The river was silent as she rowed, its surface black as night. No wind. No waves. Just an eerie stillness that made her skin crawl. Then, the whispers came. They slithered through the air like serpents, curling around her ears. "Go back," they warned. "You do not belong here." Ife tightened her grip on the oar. "Neither do the dead children," she said. A low growl rose from the depths. Then, without warning, the boat lurched forward as if pulled by unseen hands. Ife gasped, struggling to keep balance as the river swallowed her whole. Darkness. Cold. Silence. When Ife opened her eyes, she was no longer in her boat. She stood on dry land, but the sky above her was unlike any sky she had ever seen. It shimmered like glass, reflecting endless water in every direction. And before her stood a figure cloaked in blue, its face hidden beneath a veil of mist. "You have crossed into my world," the figure said. "And none who enter live." Ife lifted her chin. "Then I will be the first." The figure let out a hollow laugh. "You are brave, but bravery does not change fate." "Fate is just a story," Ife said, stepping forward. "And stories can be rewritten." The figure's misty form shifted, and suddenly, the veil lifted. A woman stood before her, her eyes like molten silver, her face lined with sorrow. "Once, I was a girl like you," the woman said. "A girl who refused to fear the river." Ife's breath caught. "You were cursed." The woman nodded. "The people of my village cast me into the water, hoping to end the drought. But the river did not take my life, it made me its keeper." Ife's heart pounded. "Then end it. Break the curse." The woman's voice was like the wind through reeds. "I cannot." "You can," Ife said, stepping closer. "You were a girl once. Be one again." The river keeper hesitated. Then, for the first time in centuries, she closed her eyes. The sky above cracked like thunder, and the glass wall shattered. Ife felt herself pulled upward, back through the water, back into her body. She gasped, blinking against the moonlight, her boat rocking on the surface. The river was no longer still. It churned, swirled, and then a figure rose from its depths. The river keeper, no longer mist and shadow, but flesh and bone. "You freed me," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. "And now, I will free them." The water began to glow, and from its depths, the lost souls of the river rose like stars in the night. One by one, they drifted toward the sky, vanishing into light. The curse was broken. The river was just a river once more. Ife returned to Nshira at dawn, her clothes soaked, her eyes bright with triumph. The people gasped as they saw the river's new, clear waters. "The curse is gone," she told them. "No more sacrifices. No more fear." The chief fell to his knees. "How?" he whispered. Ife smiled, thinking of the woman in the water. "Because even curses can be undone." And from that day on, the people of Nshira never feared the river again. They told their daughters, "If you must walk alone, walk like Ife." Lessons. True courage is questioning what others accept as fate. Fear can only control those who refuse to face it. The past does not define the future, change is always possible. Bravery is not the absence of fear, but the refusal to surrender to it. Sometimes, the greatest battles are fought not with weapons, but with wisdom.